In this video, we are going to be hearing about the Senegalese new president that was elected to become president of Senegal at age 44, 10 days after his release from prison. We are going to be hearing a brief biography about him and every detail that you need to know about him and how he became president of Senegal at a very young age. Bassirou Diomaye Faye was born on the 25th of March of 1980. So presently he is 44 years old. He was born in Diadanio in Senegal. He is a Senegalese politician and a former tax inspector who became the president of Senegal in April 2024, 10 days after his release from prison. Bassirou was raised in Diadanio in Senegal, where he attended Marie Mediatrice Catholic School. He later attended Lycée Demba Diop in Boe in Senegal, where he graduated in the year 2000. Bassirou went on to obtain a master's degree in law from the University of Cheikh Anta Diop of Dakar, the capital city of Senegal. He then attended the National School of Administration of Senegal, also in Dakar, the capital city, where he was trained to be a tax inspector. Bassirou is a practicing Muslim and has 2 wives. So for that reason, Senegal has 2 first ladies, namely Marie Kone Faye and Absa Faye. Bassirou met Ousmane Sonko, also a tax inspector at work. Sonko had founded at that time and was leading a trade union known as the Autonomous Union of Tax and Domain Agents, which Bassirou joined. In 2014, Sonko formed a political party known as African Patriots of Senegal for Labor, Ethics and Fraternity. Faye also joined this political party and eventually rising to the executive leadership level. In Senegal's 2019 presidential election, Sonko, representing the new political party that he formed, was placed third, while the incumbent Macky Sall was re-elected. Despite losing the election, Sonko proved to be a popular opposition figure in the country. In the following years, however, he faced legal charges that he and his supporters maintained were politically motivated. He was arrested in 2021, after which Bassirou became Secretary General of the party. In April 2023, Bassirou himself was arrested and jailed on charges of defaming magistrate and contempt of court, stemming from his comments about registered behavior in some of Sonko's legal proceedings. On July 31st of 2021, the government dissolved the party, alleging that the party had held violent protests earlier that year and also in 2021. Nevertheless, the party's leadership prepared for the country's 2024 presidential election. There were concerns that Sonko, who had since been convicted of crimes, would not be allowed to be a candidate, and plans were made to choose another senior party member to stand for the presidency. Though Bassirou Faye was still in jail, he was selected, with Sonko's supporters, to stand as an independent candidate in the February 25th election if Sonko was not able to do so. In January 2024, Sonko was indeed confirmed as being disqualified by the Constitutional Council. The 2024 presidential election was not held as scheduled. However, on February 3rd, Presidential SAR announced that it will be postponed to resolve a dispute regarding the disqualification of some presidential candidates by the Constitutional Council the previous month, through critics accused SAR of attempting to stay in office past his mandate. The announcement and subsequent approval by the National Assembly for the election to be held in December, with SAR extending his term as president in the interim, led to several protests by the opposition as well as criticism from international organizations and other countries. On February 15, the Constitutional Council ruled on the matter, cancelling the postponement decree and legislation because it found that neither SAR nor the National Assembly had the authority to postpone the election. The council also urged the government to hold the election as soon as possible. And on March 6, the government announced that the election will be held on March 24th. Also on March 6, the National Assembly passed an amnesty law that affected jail opposition members and protesters under the law Faye Bassirou and Sonko were released from jail on March 14. They quickly hit the campaign trial together, and Faye being still relatively unknown, they capitalized on Sonko's popularity with the slogan Diomaye, meaning Wolof. Faye Bassirou campaigned on the promise to tackle corruption. He also said he would seek monetary reforms and renegotiate contracts for the country's lucrative natural resources. He criticized the current slate of Senegalese leaders. These messages were well received among younger voters who, in a country where more than three-half of the population were under the age of 30, will be crucial in his pursuit of winning the election. He also picked up the support of many political parties. When the March 24th election was held, Bassirou Faye was one of a crowded field of 19 candidates with no clear front-runners. As such, most assumed that no one will win more than 50% of votes and a second run will be needed. After the poll closed, however, it quickly became apparent that Bassirou Faye was on track with more than 50% of the vote, thus winning the election. Within 24 hours, other candidates conceded the elections to him on the basis of the preliminary and incomplete result. Official provisional result released on March 27 showed that Bassirou Faye won 54.28% of the vote. On March 27, the Constitutional Council confirmed the result, and on April 2nd, Bassirou Faye was inaugurated as the youngest president in Senegal's history. He appointed Sonko as prime minister on the same day. Wow. Senegal is a Western African country located at the westernmost part of the continent and served by multiple air and maritime travel routes. Senegal is known as the gateway to Africa. The country lies at an ecological boundary where submarine grassland ocean front and tropical forest converge. This diverse environment has endowed Senegal with a wide variety of plants and animal life. It is from this rich natural heritage that the country's natural symbol was chosen, the baobab tree and the lion. The region today, Senegal, was long a part of the ancient Ghana and Jolof Kingdom and an important node on trans-Saharan caravan route. It was also an early point of European contact and was contested by England, France, Portugal, and the Netherlands before ultimately coming under French control in the late 19th century. It remained a colony of France until 1960, when under the leadership of the writer and statesman Léopold Senghor. It gained its independence first as part of the short-lived Mali Federation and then as a wholly sovereign state. Although Senegal traditionally has been independent, on P-Note, I hope the biography and how the youngest Senegalese president, known as Bassirou Diomaye Faye, became president of Senegal entertains you. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also make sure you subscribe to this channel by hitting on that red subscribe button below this video. Smash the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified. Share this video with